Alright everyone, how about a stEE-Harmony, a little singles read. Just got done flying around the zodiac to do all 12 signs for March in the soulmate cycle. How about we take a little look at outside the soulmate cycle, see if there's anybody new coming towards you here. I'm gonna pull on some March energies, okay? I'm gonna stick with the March 2022 theme, and we'll see what we get. I'm shuffling the deck right now, flying outside the soulmate cycle. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. Your sign doesn't matter here. Don't care if you're a Libra or a Capricorn, doesn't matter. But keep in mind, these readings in particular were outside the soulmate cycle. You're all your own little cycle. So that being said, if this reading doesn't resonate with you, find another one that does. There's a whole playlist of these. I think this is like the 21st one here. So there's a whole bunch of them. All right, they're all timeless. All right, let's see where we go here. I'm going to split this into 3. At the bottom of the deck, I'm pulling on March energy. The bottom of the deck is my card from my Q1 reading for March, Temperance. That's the head card for the month of March. So I know I got the right shuffle. So you might want to stick around. First set of you is Page of Swords. The second set of you, the most watching, is a 7 of Wands. And the third set of you, the least watching, is the Queen of Cups. Now there's no time stamps here because you're all connected. And if I have to come to each one of your homes, grab you and shake this information into you, okay? I hate what YouTube's done to tarot. I do. It's not astrology here. This is... You read the cards intuitively, you read them as I do with energy, whatever the case, we're all connected, all right? So keep that in mind. It might be future influence for you. That's why I say that, okay? So if it doesn't resonate with you now, if you don't resonate with this here pagey and what I'm about to tell you about it, then that's fine. Keep watching anyway. It might be future influence for you. Either way, I swear a lot and I talk about dick chakras and shit. I'm kind of funny. Okay. All right. Okay. So these are split 3. This is the most of you. This is the second most. This is the third most of you. All right. This Page of Swords right here, somebody is spying on your ass. Okay. Also, it's somebody who you may have spoken to in the past. It did not for all of you. For most of you, this is just somebody watching you. Okay. Hiding in the bushes and shit. Or whatever, metaphorically speaking. Or thinking about you. Maybe they daydream about you. Maybe it's somebody you work with. And they go home and fantasize about you. I know. Ew. Right? Yeah, I got you. But hey, you know. Could be a lot of napkins in their trash can with your name on it. Either way, the bottom line is, it could be somebody, also somebody you've spoken to in the past, and it was kind of disappointing. You know, they were kind of, you were like, I don't know. We'll find out. We'll clarify. Here's the most of you, the 7 of Wands. The majority of you watching in the right now. And again, this could be future influence for you if that doesn't sound like it applies to you. Right here, in the right now, the most of you watching, you're your own fucking hindrance to anything approaching you with its pants down. Okay? You're blocking without realizing. You might be blocking somebody. Some of you in this here, I get this energy, some of you, not all of you, are blocking somebody that you're waiting to hear from. What's the fucking sense in that? Are you okay? Do we need to put you on a CAT scan machine or something? If you want to hear from somebody who's afraid to talk to you, the worst thing you can do is block them. That sends a message of, you know, whatever. Or, on the flip of that, it could be somebody's blocked you and you're about to become unblocked, possibly. But for most of you, this is some sort of, you're creating a block in some way, energetically speaking. Okay, we'll get to it. Don't worry about it. Right here, my least most, this is the shade. This is semi-shade, and this is as light as it gets. This is the most love I can pull from the deck. Someone here is either about to meet or has already met someone that they kind of dig. You might even be banging them right now. I don't know. Or you just know this person. Okay? It could be any one of those, but either way, it's love. There's always a but when I clarify, you know, so we'll clarify that. All right. The bottom of the deck is Temperance. That's happiness. That's balanced energy. All right, and it is the card that represents the month of March in my Q1 reading for 2022, which you all should have watched. It's in a special playlist. It's called the first quarter of 2022. And I'm going to be pulling the second quarter sometime first or second week of March. So that'll be fun. That'll be April, May, June. Ooh. Man, we are flying through this year. Let's clarify. Let's go. Let's clarify with some witches. All right, if we got somebody spying here, we need the witches. Let's start with the second most of you, which is future influence for some of you. Okay, some of you are worth spying on. I'll tell you what. A few of you, I've seen your pictures out on Twitter. I'd fucking peep you. All right, here we go. What do we got here? Page of Swords. Tell me about this Page of Swords. What do we got? Ah, here we go. Oh, man. All right. These cards want to talk. They're flipping out of the deck as I'm fucking shuffling. Okay, calm down, witches. You know, everybody's going to get a chance to say something. Why is this Page of Swords here? Okay, we got it. It's the Two of Pentacles crossing the Page of Swords. This is, again, it's the dual energy. It's either somebody who's about to approach you, who you might be might seem a little iffy to you, or it's somebody that just doesn't know what to make of you. It almost is an energy, maybe, and roles can be reversed here. This could be you to someone else. But I'm reading as incoming energy. It's someone who's undecided about you, meaning they like you sometimes and then they don't, and then they're not sure. If you're in their spank bank, they hate themselves when they finish and throw that napkin away. Okay? It's like that. What's on top here? Judgment. They're making a decision about whether or not to come towards you. Also, this card can be, again, it's restating that it might be someone you've talked to in the past. Maybe you even went out and had coffee with them, but you weren't real impressed. You were disappointed. That's a Page of Swords. That's one of its kind of meanings, and that's kind of the energy off it. It's disappointing. I wanted a great horned owl. I got a barn owl. You know, if barn owls are sweet. I like them. But if you had your heart set on a great horned owl, that's disappointing. You know, he's a little guy compared to that. All right, it's sort of like that. Oh, that could be something too. I don't joke about anything that's not in the energy. This could be either someone you already went out with and banged, or it could be somebody you will bang in the future and you will be disappointed. You will be asking, if you're a woman, you will be asking them all the way through it. Is it in? Is it in? You know, that kind of thing. I don't know. It could go either way. I don't know. That's pretty typical, though. It's right here, the Fool. Oh, man. Whoever this is going to try again, or they're going to come out of the shadows very soon. And what's on top of the Fool here? Yeah, Nine of Swords. They're worried about this. You're keeping somebody up at night. It's not your soulmate, your twin flame. Again, it could be future influence for you. It's someone who will come towards you. They might disappoint you. It could be somebody who will disappoint you or disappointed you in the past. It's also somebody who will likely is right now or will in the future be spying on you before they come towards you. And as they're spying, incidentally, it's Nine of Swords. It's pretty much what I said. They're kind of up in their head. I saw that with the Two of Pentacles here. Okay. I may pull another card on that at the end. I'm curious about something, but I got to move on here. Why is the Seven of Wands here? We'll come back to the pagey. All right. Tell me about this Seven of Wands. This is the most of you. Okay. Let's see what we got. All right. See, it's not a long reading. You don't need timestamps. Learn the lesson of what? The lesson of temperance. All right? Yes. It's the most important lesson in the damn major arcana. If you don't learn this, life is an anxiety fest. Okay? Be cool. This is my be cool card. It's cool. Everything. The Buddhists have a principle they live by, which is all things settle on their own if you leave them be. Okay? Anything bad ever happens to you, it'll sort itself out. The truth comes to the surface. It rises, right? It's fine. But the more stress and anxiety you put into it, the more you fuck yourself, really. You're adding Windex to perfectly good chili. And making the whole thing taste like Windex by the end of it. Negative energy feeds itself. Don't ever forget that. All right, Seven of positive energy needs to be fed like a little pet. Like a barn owl, for example. All right, right here. Why is the Seven of Wands here? Tell me about this. Because I get a lot of different energies off this. Ace of Swords. Yeah, get over it. Ace of Swords. Face somebody here. The primary energy here is somebody watching needs to, probably a lot of somebodies, a couple thousand somebodies, need to face the goddamn truth. Okay? Sometimes you need to, I don't know what, don't ask me what. There's thousands of you that this applies to. There's some sort of truth that's trying to get through to you. And the minute you realize it, all blocks get removed. Now, on a minor energy, some of you have either been blocked by someone or you have blocked someone. I'm just going to tell you, I can't do anything if the other person did it to you. They may realize this. They may have an epiphany, Ace of Swords. But if you want to talk to somebody, if you're waiting to hear from them, the worst thing you can do is block them. Okay? Try to be a bit more creative than that. All right? You know, I always say if someone's, let's say you block someone because they're spying on you. Again, everybody's connected here. There's a bridging energy on all of this. There always is. But if you're blocking somebody because they're spying on you, don't block them. Give them a show. Give them something to talk about. That's what I do. I got people spying on me all the time. I give them a fucking show. I wrote a whole blog for them. Here, motherfuckers, you want to spy on something? Read this shit. There you go. What's on top? Page of Pentacles. Wow. Yeah. There's something you need to learn that's trying to get through to you. I'm just going to focus on the major energy. I'm not going to talk about blocking no more. You're a hindrance. Whoever this is that this applies to, you're a hindrance to your own forward movement. You need to learn something, and the Page of Pentacles is the student. It's the card of learning here. Page of Pentacles not only learns, it's not about being taught. I find this all the time here doing Steve Love Tarot, right? It's not about being taught. It's about whether or not you retain what you've been taught. You know, I say things all the time, and people come on Twitter and ask me a question of something I've said on probably 500 videos. You know, you missed it all those times? It's crazy. But you're having a hard time with retention of lessons, okay? Retaining the lesson, all right? Like me, I know how to speed read, right? So I can read a huge book in like under an hour, you know, no problem. But and there's a lot of people that can speed read and do things like that. The problem is, what's the difference between them is retention, how much they retain. People who are really bad at it retain about 40%. People who are really good at it, like I am, retain upwards of 90% of what they read. Now, I'm right up there in that range. You need to work on your retention a little bit. There's something trying to get through, some kind of truth. Let's see what the center card is. The Chariot. It's about moving on from something. It's probably this twin flame deep soul connection. You're probably waiting. You're probably holding on to it too tightly. Okay? Fine. Even though, again, I talk about retention and having to repeat, even though I've said a million times, leave the door open for them, okay? That leaves hope for you, right? The door's open, you can come in. I haven't blocked you, it's fine. You know how to find me, come on in, and you go about and do your business. Take care of your business in your life. Go out and meet people. Go out and bang someone. You might find somebody you like better. Whoever comes through the door first and doesn't suck, is my policy, wins. Okay? It should be your policy too, but hey, you do what you want. Okay? What's on top of the Chariot? Look at this, another horse. It's horses everywhere here. Knight of Swords. Yeah. The universe just keeps hammering it home. There's a specific message here. This is bookending the page of, this is read with the Page of Pentacles. There's a specific message here that you need to learn. There's something that's trying to get through from your soul to your brain, and it's blocked from getting there. And once it gets there, it's a major epiphany. I can't tell you what it is, but I can tell you that once it gets there, the horses are on the track and the gate is open. It's on. Okay? It could be moving away from something, like I said. It could be, it's going to vary for all of you. You're all different. Okay? You're all snowflakes. Everybody different. Queen of Cups. Let's see what we got here. So whatever it is, learn your lessons and retain them. Learn the lessons from your twin flame deep soul connection. Do you want to give... the main lesson for the Divine Feminine was self-worth. But attached to self-worth are 100 other lessons. For example, someone with self-worth doesn't give love when it's not received back. You know, there's one. Are you going to do that again? I hope not. Retain the lessons. Don't forget them the next morning you wake up. You know, Eight of Swords type thing is always temporary. I don't see an Eight of Swords here. I just see someone in denial about something that they need to face. Whatever that is, it's on you. I can't pinpoint it in a general reading. All right, let's go here. Queen of Cups. What's this? What's this Queen of Cups? Now, the energy I get off this is a lot of love. This is someone who gives the cup. This is for a singles read. This is the card you want. Somebody is either somebody very soon or somebody you might be with now. I'm not sure. But I'd say very soon because it's the third most energy here. So it's future influence for a good number of you. This is definitely future influence for my Seven of Wands people. Once they realize, once they have that epiphany and it's all systems go. This is a lot of love. So this is good. Let's see what's crossing the Queen of Cups here. What do we got? What's the Emperor? Yeah, you've got another soulmate. We used to call them the brown dwarf. Some of you might remember who've been here a while. I stopped doing that because new people come in all the time. We get about 1,000 to 2,000 new subscribers a week here at SLT. And I stopped calling it the brown dwarf because I realized that on every video I have to explain about binary systems and stars, and the brown dwarf is a dwarf star that scientists theorize our sun has a twin and it's out there and we can't see it, blah blah blah. It's turning it into the science channel here, and I was done with it. This is a powerful soulmate that's coming your way. You may or may not know them now. My guess is for most of you, you do not. Okay? And I believe this came up in a reading recently. This is the same energy that came up. I don't know if it was an Is This You reading or what it was. This came up recently. What's on top? Oh man, the Two of Pentacles. Huh. You may have options. This is when the Two of Pentacles falls on top of the Queen of Cups. It's a bit of, you remember Sesame Street? How many of you watched Sesame Street? Raise your hand. Right? They had a little song. It used to annoy me because my superpower is spotting patterns, and I was way beyond this even when I was a little kid. But it was one of these things just doesn't belong here. One of these things just isn't right, or whatever, however the fuck the song goes. You may have questions, either questions about this person or more than one option when they show up. Either way, it's obvious. Okay, just much like it was for me as a kid as to which one of those things didn't belong there. All right, a tiger, a leopard, or an elephant. Well, it doesn't belong. It's that fucking obvious. Okay, it's that fucking obvious. So don't get in your head about this. Okay, when you meet this person, don't doubt the love. And if you're seeing somebody else, and you meet someone like this while you're seeing that other person, and you feel these Queen of Cup type feelings, get on it. Okay, play that, run that little Sesame Street song through your head. Go find a video of it on YouTube and watch it so that it rings in your head, and just play that song. It's always very obvious which fucking thing didn't belong. It's a children's TV show, for God's sake. Now, of course, if you have a hard time with that, you're fucked. But anyway, right on top, the Devil. Yeah, you're going to get this confused with the Devil. You need to make sure you know the angel from the devil. And I tried to teach you guys that over the last year that I've been here. I've written blog articles. I have tried to keep you out of getting in the wrong car on the wrong night, saving you the fate that a couple of my friends have been through. And one of those friends, when I say get in the wrong car on the wrong night, that was a big deal. That person's doing time. Okay, so that was that kind of thing. You're going to have a hard time. It's going to look to you like it's too good to be true. It's going to look to you like you may even start out as a fight with this person, much the way my wife and I did. My wife and I started out as an argument, you know, and you may think that they're devil energy because of it. You know, people foolishly think that kind of thing. Actually, the angel is the one who's going to trigger you. The devil's never going to trigger you. Okay, the devil's going to flatter you. So if you had two people in front of you and one you wanted to debate with, you didn't like what they said about such and such, and you want to argue with them, you know, that's actually the angel. That's actually the stronger connection 9 times out of 10. The person who's flattering you and telling you how nice you are too many times and all that, you're heading for toxin. That's all just an illusion. There's something they're covering up. There's no need. I never felt the need to do that with people. Okay, well, back in the day when I was picking up women and all that kind of stuff, I was never overly complimentary. You know, most of the time I came across as standoffish. You know, I like, fuck, I don't even want to deal with this. That kind of thing. What's on top here? So be careful about that. Make sure you know the difference, right? Devil energy is illusion. He'll never trigger you. Male or female will never trigger you. Will never make you grow. Will just keep you right where you are. This is strong love. What's on top of this devil? I'm very curious to see this here. This is 10 Pentacles, and the King of Swords wanted to come out with it. 10 Pentacles and the King of Swords. That is fucking nice. This is truth. Okay? You are going to have... This is very nice. This is a nice connection. I may pull a couple extra cards on this one too. I'm going to pull a couple extra cards on this one and the pagey over here. This is nice. The King of Swords knows the truth, is the truth, speaks the truth. All right? What you think, what the cards are basically saying, I mean, what the energy here says too, but I mean, if I'm taken by the cards, what you think is the devil, what makes you question whether or not you want it, is actually the 10 of Pentacles. Okay? All right? So make sure you're able to see that. Now you will be, because I told you. And I gave you a cool Sesame Street song to go listen to, so you don't get in this. Okay? Don't fall for flattery. Listen, this is a singles read. I got to give you some psychology tips. Man, I'm always worried about people that flatter me too much. If someone tells you in a 5-minute time span how fucking handsome or pretty you are, like a dozen times, that's a fucking red flag. That doesn't mean they're nice, you know. It's only a fuckwit that falls for that. There's something wrong there, all right? I hate to say that, but it's true. There have been so many studies about it. You know, it really is. Be careful about that. Watch someone's actions. Okay, this here, this is kind of nice. It's really, the universe is actually telling you how to spot which option, who, or just who it is in your life. Who is this Queen of Cups? This male or female, this awesome love, this thing that can go to the 10 of Pentacles. And it's the one that you question. It's the one that you're not sure. It's the one that makes you go, they make me so mad, you know, that kind of thing. Usually it's the one that pisses you off, to be honest. And the devil is usually the one that's overly complimentary. All that illusion. Think about it. I could give you 1,000 examples, you know. I could give you 1,000 examples. I won't, because, you know, my lawyer asked me not to, but I love to mention Mr. Jello Pudding here on the videos all the time. America's dad. Yeah, right. I'm sure a lot of people were flattered to have late night meetings there, in my opinion. I'll tell you what, don't fall for it. It's all an illusion. Well, I'm going to pull a couple more cards on this Queen of Cups here. What else you want to tell them about this? Okay, I get the point. No more advice for them. All right, it is what it is. Well, oh wow, this is destined to happen. It's the Star. It's been on the timeline for a while, and yeah, here it is again. The universe keeps doing this. I'm gonna pull the third card just for fun. It's someone real. It's the Queen of Wands reversed. I like that. I like that. This is nice. Again, it's about applying with the Star here. It's a delayed. There is some destiny here, but the Star with the 5 of Swords on top of it is talking about you learning your lessons from the past here. You might cast this off, and the universe is very concerned about that. This is a powerful soulmate. Okay, this is probably that brown dwarf that we used to call it. It's another deep soul connection, as powerful. As powerful. This is someone who's done cooking. But you got to learn from the past or you'll sabotage this thing, okay? It may not start out the way you would like, okay? That's the easiest way I can phrase it. You're not used to it. Maybe you're used to someone running from you, you know, these days. I don't know. It may not start out the way you think. I can't emphasize that enough. And I don't know what to tell you. I think some of you are going to, the universe sometimes does this. It puts more than one option in front of us. I think for most of you, that's going to be the case. One of them is real and one of them is fake. The easiest way to spot it is the one that causes this. Okay? I'm just using this as a picture now, not the Five of Swords meaning. Okay? The one that causes that. The one that you're up your arms about. You're never up in your arms or up in arms about the one who's overly flattering and buys you all kinds of fancy gifts and comes in. That's devil energy. I hate to break it to you. It really is. I'm sorry. It really is. Everybody I know that's been in long-term relationships that started that way, and I've lived a thing or two here by my mid-40s. I've seen a thing or two. Everybody I know that started out that way is either unhappy or divorced. You know, because it was all fake. It was fakey McFakerman. This will be real. This is something very real. And it's very soon. It's coming in very soon. All right, let's pull one more on Paigey here. I'm curious. Tell me anything else you want to tell, because this is the second most of you, and it's future influence for a good number of you here. Who is this Paigey? Who is this? Let's see. Tell me about the person, the energy behind the page here. What is this? Okay, I see. Six of Cups, King of Cups, Six of Pentacles. King of Cups is crossed by the Eight of Swords. It's someone who, I have to be careful how I phrase this. What was the energy I got off that Eight of Swords initially? Hold on. It's someone who might be socially awkward. We've seen this before in the singles reads. This reading this energy has shown up before in another reading. I don't remember which one. It's a socially awkward energy. Okay, but they do warm up. Okay, once they learn about a person, they do warm up a little bit. But it's someone who I hate to say this because it's kind of funny. But as I look at the initial energy here, it's someone who might seem a little creepy, because I think you find out that they've been watching you, or they tell you that I've been, thinking about you a lot, kind of thing. It's weird if you think about it. Let's say, for example, it's somebody at work, right? Somebody you work with every day, and they just come up to you one day at work and say, I've been thinking about you a lot and all that. And you know the minute somebody says that you've been in their spank bank, right? You are aware of that, I hope. But anyway, I've been thinking about you a lot. I thought, well, maybe we could go have some coffee or something. Like, by the time they ask you coffee, they got a creepy trash can full of fucking napkins. Okay, it really is that way most of the time, and that's the energy I get here. Though I'm saying it to be funny, but that's the energy I get here. It's strange because your energy is attached to this Nine of Swords too, but they're not a bad person. They're just socially awkward, and so they hang back. But this is future influence for a lot of you. I know there's a lot of cards here, like with the Six of Cups that just came out, and Judgment is sometimes somebody from the past coming back. And I said this may be somebody you already went out with once a while back. Maybe you just went out for coffee one time, met them on one of the dating apps or something. I don't think it's somebody you were married to, or that you went out with or something, like for a long time or in a relationship with. But it could be somebody who disappointed you. You may have even banged them and they disappointed you there. It's a socially awkward person. It's a person who does open up eventually once they kind of mellow out a little bit, once they get to know a person, sort of a thing. So the spying isn't creepy. The spying is their way. They're someone, it's a little like someone who needs to, if something new comes up, if somebody comes up with a new idea or a new plan, they need to sleep on it. And then they're okay with it. Their initial reaction is no, then they sleep on it, then they're okay with it. It's that kind of thing, okay? So it's not really creepy spying, it's just part of their personality. It's just how they are. That they need to kind of case the joint out first before they go in, sort of a thing. Some people find that creepy, some people don't. I think people should just go for shit. I'm gonna be fair, and I'm gonna pull a couple more cards here for Seven of Wands. What the hell? The laptop seems to be working today, so I don't have any glitches, which means I don't have to do any edits, which is nice. The only time I ever edit around here is when there's a goddamn glitch. Let's see what we go here. Give me a couple of cards here on this Seven of Wands. What else you want to tell me about this? See, I don't have a person coming in here yet, okay? But I might. Maybe, yeah. The Moon, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. And this wanted to come out with it. The Nine of Cups. Crossing the Nine of Pentacles is the Knight of Wands. Somebody comes in once you find yourself. Somebody comes in once you realize this truth. There is somebody there. And it comes in quick. So quick, in fact, it'll confuse the living fuck out of you. But, right here, you won't see it coming. But there's also a lot of, I don't know, there's something, you still need to work on something. There's something in the depths here that's causing a stalemate, that's causing things to freeze up. Once you find this, Inner Empress, this is Minor Arcana Empress energy. Minor Arcana meaning it's up to you, it's up to your free will. Remember, an Ace of Swords was crossing here. There's some sort of epiphany. There's something you need to let go of. Some sort of truth that's blocked from getting to you. Alright? Once you figure that out, you pull it up from the depths, you know, reveal some secrets within yourself. Right now, keeping it in the depths is keeping a stalemate here. It's keeping this at bay. This Knight of Wands coming in is actually pretty good for you. It really is. Might confuse you because it comes in pretty quick, but things happen fast. You know, think about eating. You know, if you change if you're living on junk food, for example, and you just change your diet, it only takes a couple of days for you to really notice the difference. It doesn't take a long time. It only takes a couple of days for you to really notice the difference in eating properly versus living on children's cereal and stuff like that or whatever. This is the type of thing here. The same thing applies. Once you work this out, it doesn't take long. The energy changes like that. It's very quick. So keep that in mind. For those of you where you're part of the lighter energy, where this is you're blocking somebody that you're waiting to hear from, I can't say, I mean, it could be reversed and the other person's blocking you, but I can't talk to that. I'm only talking to the people who you block them, yet you want to hear from them. It says the same thing. Once you unblock, your point has been made. Once somebody finds out that they've been blocked, they kind of feel the loss of the connection. So at that moment, you want to unblock so that they can then, so that the energy can do its job and they can rebound and come right back in, boomerang back at you. If you just keep them blocked, I promise you, you'll never hear from them. Okay? Keep the silence, crickets chirping. Okay? That's what the energy is saying there. That's what I got. This is beautiful, but this is also going to be confusing. Talk to your friends about this or whatever, or remember the advice that I gave. Obviously, do what you want. It's your decision, but the universe is very clear here. The real love, if you have options, the real love is the one that you are most in your head about, the most worried about. Not the one who flatters you and brings you all the roses and gifts and things like that. I know y'all like that, but it's not always, that's not always the best person, actually. Relationships require long-term relationships. The reason for that in psychology, and speaking as someone who's been in a long-term relationship for a couple of decades, relationships in the long term require kind of a relaxed confidence within them. Okay, you can't have any jealousy, you can't have anyone insecure. Any of that just results in friction energy, and it results in fights, and you're more likely to break up. It requires a relaxed confidence that everything's cool, you know, here we are, right? Like that kind of thing. And, you know, it's just nature. You want someone that helps you to grow, you know. You want someone who gets you, that kind of thing. It doesn't just get you things, all right? That's all I got. That's your reading here. There's 20 other one of these if this one didn't resonate with you. I do the best I can. Singles reads are the hardest reads to pull in a general reading pool because you're not part of a soulmate cycle here. When you're in a cycle, you're all jammed in the same room, kind of dealing with a similar situation. Here, it's grab bag. It's just broad spectrum energy. So it is what it is. I enjoy doing them, but again, I know that of the 10,000 people watching this, probably only 2,000 are going to resonate with this stuff in the present, and it's future influence for the rest of you at the very least. But anyway, check the playlist for any other ones that might resonate with you. You never know. They're all timeless, okay? That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right, good luck.